Dragon Age Origins was rated M for mature by the ESRB and contains blood, intense violence, language, partial nudity, and sexual content. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello everyone, my name is Amaronith and I play games for the internet, and today we're playing Dragon Age Origins bonus series, the Mage Origin. So last time we went through our harrowing, and it was harrowing, but we succeeded, and now we are a full mage. So Solona is...
I wonder when I'll get to go for my harrowing.
Probably sometime soon, kiddo. Solona has been asked to go see... asked by the First Enchanter to go see him. And we were told this by our good friend
Jowan's
Jowan.
been acting weird all day. Have you seen him?
Our good friend Jowan. Our goodest friend.
Yes.
Who is totally just...
Don't know. Rego hasn't said anything yet. Someone's always watching. I swear it's like the walls have eyes. Shh.
Yes, is there something you need?
That's a big door.
Yes, it is. Do you need something, or are you just here to state the obvious?
Can you open the door?
The Knight Commander would have my head if I did that. Besides, I hear it takes no less than 4 grown men to open this door.
You here? I can't leave then.
No, you may not. I'm surprised you ask. I would have thought you'd be used to this idea by now.
Why can't I leave?
Only mages on official circle business are allowed to leave the tower, and the First Enchanter has not informed us of any mages leaving the tower today.
Is this the only way out of the tower?
The only safe one, as far as I know. There are windows on the higher levels, but surely you don't need me to warn you of the dangers of leaping from them. It never ends well.
Can I leave the tower?
No, you may not. I'm surprised you ask. I would have thought you'd be used to this idea by now.
What's out there?
For Eldon, it's not very interesting. Mostly farms, the occasional river.
I should get going.
Make a smile fortune on you.
Yeah, you too, Templar Bran.
Congratulations on the harrowing.
Thank you. I guess since there's no going that way.
Did you hear? Hear what? I heard they suspect someone of dabbling in blood magic.
Why would anyone do something so stupid? That's a death sentence.
Blood magic is powerful. You can bend others to your will and force demons into your service. That's what I hear anyway.
What the Yeah, but doing blood magic is stupid because they catch you, and when they catch you, they kill you. Though I guess taking a page from Watership Down, but first they must catch you. Charm of Still Waters.
Yes.
Yes. That's right, Solana. I've been using the, what's it called? The, I want to say, original? That's not the right word. It's the names that the game automatically gives them.
Fire with your will. Keep
Keep the flames steady. We don't want it sputtering and leaping about. That's what causes most of the injuries.
Injuries? But...
Steady. It reacts to your emotions. If you panic, it will... No. Breathe. You know, in my experience, flint and tinder works just as well. Maybe we should start with that.
I just love when the game works. Sorry, I had to check on something.
Do any of you remember what the chantry says about magic?
Magic must serve man, and not rule over him.
Very good. And what do you think that means? Can anyone tell me? Can do magic.
Hey!
That's stupid.
No, that's not what it means.
It means that magic should be used to help people, but we can't use our magic to force people to do what we want.
That's right. We should not abuse the gift the Maker has given us.
Book.
Aren't the children just precious?
Yeah, except for this little bastard.
I heard the Templars talking about chasing down a Malefica yesterday.
I'm going to be a powerful mage when I grow up.
I like ponies.
Some people have simple desires in life.
Gerda told me the Templars watch us while we bathe. I hope that's not true.
Concentrate. Hold the shield. If I had put all my power behind that spell, you would have been obliterated. I am not your enemy. Fear is your enemy. It is a weakness that can be exploited. Should you face a demon with your will wavering so, it would consume you. Is that what you want?
No?
Then stand firm and know you can resist whatever I throw at you. Again.
Aren't you going to congratulate him? That was pretty good. Whatever.
I wonder when I'll get to go for my harrowing.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be done with the harrowing?
Relieving. Book!
Did you hear the rumor about someone being a blood mage?
Ghastly rumor.
Jowan's been acting weird all day. Have you seen him?
I'm sure these two things are absolutely not related at all in any way whatsoever. Oh.
Today I shall be making more potions to send to the mages at Ostagar.
If you want something from the stockroom, you must speak to Owain.
Your mentors must be happy for you. You passed the Harrowing.
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
What's the stockroom for?
The stockroom stores components used in magical and alchemical experiments. Do you require something?
I don't need anything.
Very well. Goodbye.
I don't... Dang it might be for the codex entry.
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
Is that how you greet everyone?
Do you find my greeting disagreeable? I apologize, but I am not inclined to change it.
Fair enough.
Do you need something?
This is so rude. Are you really a tranquil mage?
I voluntarily submitted to the rite of tranquility. I was unwilling to undergo the harrowing. I find this state agreeable.
You actually... I suppose that could be nice.
I see the world with clarity. I remember the days when my mind was filled with inconvenient and seething emotions. Now things are simple.
What was becoming tranquil like?
It is difficult to describe. I would perhaps compare it to being plunged into a pool of ice-cold water.
What happened during the Rite of Tranquility?
I was ordered to never speak of it. I cannot go against the Circle's wishes.
I should go.
Very well. Goodbye.
I don't want to say to him, now you're no longer a person, because that's real shitty. That's not... He's just different. And... like, on the one hand... I don't know.
Very well.
It's knowing what I know from later games gives me complicated feelings.
I hear Irving's very proud of you.
Books?
Ah, this is infuriating. Another batch destroyed. Say, have you seen Owain? Is he in the stockroom?
Yes, I just spoke to him.
Oh, excellent. He wasn't there last I looked. I hope he still has some cinnabar lying around. When I asked last week, he said he was running out.
I'd avoid Leora if I were you. She's been rather testy lately.
Yeah, but who?
Senior Enchanter, Leora, over there.
You're not going to keep the First Enchanter waiting, are you?
Does frickin' everyone know my goddamn business? Jeez Louise, lady. Hi.
Oh, hello. I'm glad to see your harrowing went smoothly.
Hello, Cullen.
They picked me as the Templar to strike the killing blow if you became an abomination. It's nothing personal, I swear. I'm just glad you're all right, you know?
I knew I would not fail my harrowing.
You've always been so confident, or so I hear. I've heard of failed harrowings, and the consequences were unpleasant.
I shouldn't distract you from your duties.
Oh, you're not distracting? I mean, you are, but... well, you're not. I mean, you can talk to me anytime, if you want. Yes. Maybe we can talk another time. You can Come and talk to me anytime you like.
He apparently has a bit of a crush on us. It's very cute.
Ah, there you are. You are to be moved out of the apprentices' dormitory, and these are to be your new quarters. The Tranquil will move your belongings this afternoon. Go on, make yourself comfortable.
I will, by taking this. And taking whatever's
Very well.
in here. Lyrium dust. Why, it's just straight up lyrium dust.
I heard that you completed the Harrowing in record time.
Did I?
I never thought you'd survive the Harrowing. You got lucky, didn't you?
Thanks. Sheesh.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't hear you come in. I'm sorry. I'm terribly busy right now. I have to prepare the room before the Grey Warden is done at his meeting with Irving.
What's a Grey Warden?
They are an order of brave and noble warriors, sworn to give their lives to defeat the Darkspawn. You know, I almost became a Grey Warden once.
Really?
There were several of us chosen, though the Grey Wardens only wanted one recruit. They only ever have one mage, you see. I think they thought I was the best candidate, but I was young and foolish, and I said I wasn't interested. They picked someone else instead, and that was that. I've regretted it ever since. Oh well, I should get back to my work.
See, I don't think that's true, though. That they only ever have one mage.
Yes.
Maybe they only ever take one mage from each circle, but I don't think they have one mage.
Oh, hello. I don't believe we've met. Are you new to the circle?
I'm a newly harrowed mage, but I've lived here all my life.
I'm sorry. There are so many of you, and I get confused. Not to mention, these old eyes are starting to go.
Everyone makes mistakes.
You're too kind. I'm old and about to fall apart. Nothing in the world can fix that.
If you say so.
Anyway, did you need something?
I just wanted to talk.
I'm not good at talking. Too much chatter makes my head throb. Don't you have lessons to get to? Shoo!
I'm a harrowed mage. I don't need lessons anymore. So, bookcase.
As you say.
Bookcase.
It will be done.
Do you need something? If not, step back. You're in my light.
Your light?
I'm trying to study. Have some consideration for a fellow mage.
You're just an apprentice, not a mage.
I will be soon. I have studied hard, and this opportunity will not pass me by. This is a chance for me to prove I can achieve as much as any human. Many humans believe elves are only fit to be servants.
I don't believe that.
Many humans do. I suppose it isn't entirely your fault. With so many elves living in alienages apart from humans, it's difficult for you to get a true idea of who we are. Ironically, many of us don't know who we are either.
What do you mean?
Elves have lived under human rule for so long that much of our history and culture has been lost. As a mage, I have an opportunity to prove myself.
I'm sure you'll succeed.
Thank you. But I should get back to my books.
Thank you for talking with me.
Good day.
Kick their ass, baby. I got your flower.
That's not likely. The Chantry would do something before it came to that.
Anything. And I've heard that the Equitarians are starting to soften a little on the Libertarian position.
Sympathy for the position isn't the same as support. Yet. As far as I know, most Equitarians prefer to remain allied with the Loyalists. You can see why, don't you? Just think of what the Chantry would do if suddenly the Circles were petitioning for more independence, or even a split.
Won't be pretty.
Hi, Liam.
The short-sighted Libertarians. They'll get their way and take us all down with them.
I thought I heard Liam O'Brien.
I think someone's here to speak to you, Senior Torren.
Hello. Congratulations on your harrowing last night. Good work.
What were you talking about, Elliot?
Ah, the fraternities of the Enchanters. You probably haven't heard of them. It's best not to get tangled up in circle politics. More trouble than it's worth, really.
Tell me about the fraternities.
They're found in all circles throughout Thedas. Groups of enchanters who hold similar viewpoints, who band together to make their voices heard. The most influential fraternity are the Equitarians. They are moderates and believe in a code of conduct that all mages should adhere to. Then there are the Chantry apologists, the Loyalists. The Chantry says something and they follow it to the letter. The Lucrosians just want to make money, and the Isolationists would like us all to be hermits and live on an island. Then, of course, there are the Libertarians. They want more power for the Circle, more autonomy.
Which do you belong to?
Huh. Well, if I had to, I'd say I was an Equitarian, but I ducked out of the fray a long time ago. Most of the senior enchanters are Equitarians. Irving, Wynne, Sweeney. Ulrid's a Libertarian, and a loud one at that. Mages have enough opposition from the outside without tearing our circles apart with infighting. But what can you do?
Giving up doesn't help anyone.
An idealist, I see. Well, if you're going to change the world, you should get started immediately. Lots of world to cover.
Hello, were you looking for something?
What were you talking about? What were you talking to that other mage about?
Oh, the fraternities. Groups of mages with a common agenda. I think we should all be isolationists. Stay in some remote mountain town far away from the mundanes who hate us.
If we run away, they'll never learn not to fear us.
They'll never learn that. They don't want to. I'd go hide alone in the wilds if I could. But you know they just brand me an apostate and hunt me down. There is no leaving the Circle. It's till death do us part. Romantic, isn't it?
Apostate?
If you leave the Circle, you become an apostate. And the punishment for leaving is death. Pretty grim, huh?
There must be mages who aren't part of a circle.
I've heard of hedge witches who've managed to survive on their own, eluding the Circle for a lifetime. But if the Templars discover them, well, you know what happens. Then there are stories about the Dalish elf clans having great magic. But who knows what's truth and what's fiction when it comes to the Dalish?
Right. My original question, who are you?
I'm Njal, a mage just like you. I've seen you around, haven't I? I must have.
Tell me about apostates again.
If you leave the Circle, you become an apostate. And the punishment for leaving is death. Pretty grim, huh?
I should get going.
All right. Have a good day.
Nyal and Torin, bookcase. I just think it's weird because apostasy is when you leave a religion, not One, two, three, four. Okay. Yeah. Just checking that I got all of them. Did I not talk to you?
Owain is in charge of the stockroom.
Oh, okay. So, right. You come up into the stockroom. And I went around that way. Right. Why would you just have that? The right of annulment in the chapel.
Yes.
Yes. Kaylee.
Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker. Blessed are the penitents who seek his return. Blessed is the prophetess, purified by flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition, so let it be. Oh, I didn't see you there. I recite the Maker's blessings every day. It brings me peace in troubled times.
Are you in trouble?
No, not really. It's just... I don't want to bore you with this.
It's alright. I want to know.
It gives me hope that one day the Maker will hear us. That maybe I'll be forgiven and my curse will be lifted.
Curse?
Magic. What else?
You're being foolish. Magic is a gift.
Magic causes such misery. It's dangerous and vile and wicked. The Chantry must protect the world from us. Being born with something so terrible must be a punishment. I wish I could be rid of it.
You could ask to be made tranquil.
That takes the magic from me? It does, doesn't it?
It also takes away your ability to feel.
I had heard that, but life without magic is so tempting. I should go. My mentor only allows a few minutes each day for religious contemplation.
It will be done.
Books.
Yes.
Yes. Books.
I heard about your harrowing. Congratulations. Andraste must have smiled upon you.
Sure. I guess that just is weird. Okay.
Many have already gone to Ostagar. Wynne, Aldred, and most of the senior mages.
We've committed enough of our own to this war effort.
Your own? Since when have you felt such kinship with the mages, Gregor? Or are you afraid to let the mages out from under Chantry supervision, where they can actually use their Maker-given powers?
How dare you suggest?
Gentlemen, please. Irving, someone is here to see you.
What's going on here?
Nothing concerning you at this moment. Come, child.
This is...
Yes, this is she.
Well, Irving, you're obviously busy. We will discuss this later.
Of course. Well, then, where was I? Oh, yes, this is Duncan of the Grey Wardens.
Standing there? Bro. Pleased to meet you.
You've heard about the war brewing to the south, I expect. Duncan is recruiting mages to join the King's army at Ostagar.
Why? Who are we fighting?
The Darkspawn threat grows in the south. We need all the help we can get.
What are Darkspawn?
They are twisted monsters that dwell underground where the sun's light cannot touch them. They have formed into a horde in the Kokari Wilds and threaten to invade north into the valley. I fear if we don't drive them back, we may see another blight.
Duncan, you worry the poor girl with talk of blights and darkspawn. This is a happy day for her.
We live in troubled times, my friend.
We should seize moments of levity, especially in troubled times. The Harrowing is behind you. Your phylactery was sent to Denerim. You are officially a mage within the circle of Magi.
My phylactery? My leash, you mean?
Now, child, it's not that bad.
I'm sorry, what is this phylactery?
Blood is taken from all apprentices when they first come to the tower, and is preserved in special vials.
So they can be hunted if they turn apostate.
We have few choices. The gift of magic is looked upon with suspicion and fear. We must prove we are strong enough to handle our power responsibly. You have done this. I present you with your robes, your staff, and a ring bearing the Circle's insignia. Wear them proudly, for you have earned them.
What happens now?
Patience, child. You have been through an ordeal. Let us not rush things. It goes without saying that you shall not discuss the harrowing with those who have not undergone the rite. Now then, take your time to rest, or study in the library. The day is yours.
I'd prefer to talk now.
Impetuousness is ever the province of youth, I see.
I will return to my quarters.
Would you be so kind as to escort Duncan back to his room, child?
It would be my pleasure.
The guest quarters are on the east side of this floor, close to the library. Now, if you'll both excuse me, I have matters to discuss with Gregor.
Yeah, in a minute. Pile of books. Blood Magic, the Forbidden School. See, this is 11. The Acolyte staff is actually better. Ugh. I wish the cowls weren't so ugly. It makes me so sad. The apprentice robes are so pretty.
Don't dawdle.
Okay. Let's go, Mr. Duncan.
Thank you for walking with me. I'm glad for the company.
I wanted to talk to you a little more.
Yes? What about?
Why were Irving and Gregor arguing about the war?
It is not my place to comment.
Please, I'd like to know.
Gregor serves the Chantry, and the relationship between the Chantry and mages has always been strained. You've realized by now that the Chantry merely tolerates magic? They watch only because they feel they must.
Is that all they were arguing about?
Any mages who join the King's army can unleash their full power on the Darkspawn. In fact, I'm counting on it. Gregor may be afraid of what will happen. What if the mages decide they no longer want to be governed by the Chantry?
What are your opinions on the matter?
I believe we must defeat the Darkspawn, one way or another. My opinions end there.
Have there been many Darkspawn attacks?
A horde has formed within the Korkari Wilds in the south. If they are not stopped, they will strike north into the valley. We Grey Wardens believe that an archdemon is leading the horde.
Archdemon?
Darkspawn do attack the surface in ragtag bands, but archdemons are capable of rallying the Darkspawn, turning them into an unstoppable force. A horde of Darkspawn, a veritable army. It is dire news indeed. I fear this is what we will have to face.
And the king is mustering an army to beat back this threat?
Yes. Perhaps it will be enough if we play our cards right.
I've heard about Darkspawn sightings, but an entire horde?
They usually move around in small groups, but there are always more of them, lurking underground, biding their time.
I thought Darkspawn were destroyed in the last blight.
We can't seem to eradicate them completely. Somehow they always come back.
That should just be off. I'd rather not think about it.
Avoiding a problem does not make it disappear. The Darkspawn are a real threat we cannot ignore. But standing around talking solves nothing. Let us go.
You must be a real hit at parties. Of course. Right. Sorry. No, Duncan, this way.
Thank you for escorting me. Is there something else I can do for you?
What's happening outside the tower?
I imagine you don't leave very often, do you?
Apprentices are not allowed to leave.
I am not a good source of news, I fear. I am preoccupied with the Darkspawn incursion.
How many mages have joined the King's army?
When the King sent out the call, the Circle of Ferelden sent only 7 mages to Ostagar. I asked King Kaelin's permission to come and seek a greater commitment from the Circle.
7 is quite a few.
I hope to place a mage or 2 within every contingent. I cannot do with just 7. Mages will make all the difference in this battle. The Darkspawn have their own magic, and our resources must exceed theirs.
Do you think I could join the army?
I don't know. Do you?
I doubt I will be allowed to go.
I sometimes wonder if the Chantry's many laws regarding magic are necessary. Darkspawn are a greater threat than blood mages, even abominations. It takes decades for the world to recover from a blight. I wish the Chantry could see that. We must stop at nothing to defeat the Darkspawn. Listen to me. An old man's rantings can't be very interesting.
I learned much from what you said. Though, admittedly, I do want to say, as an apprentice, old men talking have defined my life.
You are too kind.
Have you ever seen someone use blood magic?
Once, in my youth, just after I joined the Grey Wardens. I was traveling with my mentor. We encountered a group of Templars hunting a blood mage. They were quite far away, so I cannot be sure of what I saw. He forced some of the Templars to turn on their fellows. It was dreadful to behold. He would have escaped had he not overlooked one Templar who snuck up behind him and cleaved his head in two.
I'm sure he was just trying to survive.
It is something to consider, certainly.
Do you know anything about the Tranquil?
The mages whose connection to the Fade has been severed? Why do you ask?
I'm curious as to what non-mages think of it.
It keeps them and those around them safe. Perhaps the sacrifice is worthwhile. I cannot say.
Can you tell me more about Grey Wardens and Darkspawn?
Certainly. I am intimately familiar with these subjects, after all.
Have there been many Darkspawn attacks?
A horde has formed within the Korkari Wilds in the south. If they are not stopped, they will strike north into the valley. We Grey Wardens believe that an archdemon is leading the horde.
Okay. That sounds ominous.
Darkspawn do attack the surface in ragtag bands, but archdemons are capable of rallying the Darkspawn, turning them into an unstoppable force. A horde of Darkspawn, a veritable army. It is dire news indeed. I fear this is what we will have to face.
I'd like to talk more, but I have duties to attend to.
Of course. Don't let me keep you. Is there something else I can do for you?
Tell me more about Grey Wardens
Certainly.
and Darkspawn.
I am intimately familiar with these subjects, after all.
What do Grey Wardens do?
Our duty is to battle Darkspawn wherever they appear. We are elves, humans, and dwarves united by this common purpose.
I'd like to talk more, but I have duties to attend to.
Of course. Don't let me keep you.
Okay. That, oh dear. You know what? We'll deal with this in the next episode. And here I was thinking that the Dwarven Noble was the longest one. Apparently it's this. But, in the meantime, I will see you in the next episode. Until then, bye-bye.